Now, when you hear the family talk about that, not entirely surprising, but certainly a familiar pattern. They've all, from Michael's father to his mother to the siblings, all repeating this same pattern about how they believed all these people were around Michael, forcing him against his health, really, to do this tour. How significant will any of that be when this trial starts?
It could be very significant. Apparently there are emails from his choreographer, Ken Ortega, warning AEG that he's not well. He has serious physical problems, serious psychological and emotional problems. He's asking for professional help. And I'm informed that there are some emails from AEG basically telling Murray, you better get him to rehearsals. So I think this issue is well-founded by the siblings, and I think it's going to be a big issue for the plaintiffs, and I think AEG is going to have a tough time explaining it.
AEG's lawyer, Marvin Putnam, said it was the 2005 child molestation trial, which you were obviously involved with, that caused Michael to dramatically increase his drug use. Do you think there's any truth in that?
I really don't. Now, I was his lead criminal defense counsel in that trial. I talked to him throughout the trial. He was lucid, he was articulate, he was cooperative. I never had a problem working with Michael. My co-counsel, Susan, you and I both thought he was one of the nicest clients we ever represented. And I did not see drug use as a problem during the trial. Now, the verdict day, he didn't look well, I will say that. He'd been through over 5 months of trial, all the stress and strain. We were in court 5 days a week. And I do think that he suffered physically and emotionally during the trial, but I never saw him take a prescription drug. It would not have been unusual if he had, because people in situations like that are sleep deprived, they're depressed, they have anxiety. If he did take something, it would not have surprised me and it would not have been abnormal. But he never was a problem for us when it came to talking to him, getting information from him, telling him what was going on. He was a delightful client to represent.
There's one of the emails that you alluded to is from AEG Live CEO or co-CEO Paul Gongaware, which says, we want to remind Murray that it's AEG, not MJ, who is paying his salary. We want to remind him what is expected of him. Quite explicit, really, there, you would think, in terms of who's responsible. I suppose on the flip side, Michael Jackson was a very well-known, highly temperamental pop superstar, prone to cancelling concerts, having a variety of health issues of various types of severity, unpredictable, all those things, like many pop artists. Could that work against the family's claim in the sense that AG may say, look, yeah, we did try and get him to work, but he was a bit flaky?
Well, if they thought he was that flaky and they thought he was that disturbed, why did they enter into a contract with him to do all these concerts? They invested over $30 million before the concerts even began. If they thought he was that bad and they thought his reputation was suffering from all these other issues, why in the world did they go into business with him? I think it's an uphill battle for AEG.